Thanks, and lastly before we head off, I'd like to hand over to John Bland. John's been a real tower of strength for the last few weeks. He's got particular reasons for his enthusiasm for this cause, but he also was involved in organising the rally in Downing Street and the greeting ceremony for the new chief executive of the hospital on Monday. So, and I know John wants to round us off by saying a few words, and then we'll head off up towards the hospital. So, John.
Good morning, everybody. Thank you very much for turning up. As Chris said, my name is John Bland, and I'm really representing you, the local residents, effectively. From my perspective, what the focus of the campaign for me is to force the NHS Trust Board to consider all the human aspects of the current proposals. Up until this point, all of the decisions seem to have been appeared to be made for political and financially motivated reasons. The human impact has been totally forgotten or ignored. Indeed, the last paper which I read didn't appear to mention or consider any of the human impacts of the local mid-Surrey population should Epsom Hospital services be closed. They don't take into consideration such examples of in emergencies when time is absolutely critical, mothers to be need to get to hospital as quickly as possible. There doesn't appear to be any consideration for the fact that if complications set in prior to birth or during the home birth, for example, there might be insufficient time to get to a further away hospital such as St Helier. Also, babies in special care are tending to be in hospital for many weeks, and I can vouch for that because my daughter's in for 8 weeks, and that causes additional unnecessary inconvenience and stress and pressure when you're visiting a sick baby further away, and particularly for those situations where young families have already got younger siblings who they have to look after and consider as well. It's also true to say that people are forced to continue to visit hospital for regular hospital appointments or to visit sick relatives, and especially those without cars will find it very difficult to commute to the hospital further afield. There is real danger as well that mothers-to-be and newborn babies who need to be transferred further afield than St Helier may have to travel to places such as Brighton or even beyond. We need to make the board realise that we are not machine parts, we are human beings. We cannot centralise hospitals in the way we're expecting, in the way we would centralise a car production plant. It just doesn't work. We need our hospital closer to home, within easy and immediate reach, not miles away. And like the board members, I've actually used Epsom Hospital services, and I know what a truly excellent service they provide, and it's scandalous that the board are just prepared to give up on these. The staff are dedicated, skilled and caring individuals who do an excellent job. Their safety record for birth and neonatal is one of the best in London and probably the country. The reason why this campaign means so much to me is that without their skill and expertise and the fact that they were local, I would be visiting the graves of 2 twin daughters today rather than 1. My daughter Holly, who's going to lead the campaign today, would have died if the current proposals had actually been implemented already, because in our situation there wasn't time for her to be sent to another hospital, even St Helier. And I'm not alone. I've been contacted by a number of other mums and have received many emails recounting similar stories to ours and who have lost their babies as the current proposals already implemented. For me, this is the key issue of today's rally. All of us, and I do mean all of us, need to campaign very hard to make the board see that their current proposals are putting lives at risk of both newborn babies and their mothers, and also A&E patients if they close A&E as well. And I think we are not prepared to see such excellent fundamental health service cut in such a way. Of course, there is a bigger picture here that I briefly, and I mean briefly, want to highlight to you, and one which must start to raise awareness of various others as well. Funding for the NHS at the top level has doubled in the last 10 years to £105 billion a year. So with so much money in the healthcare system, why is it that 50 general hospitals and 81 community hospitals around the country are still under the threat of downsizing and closure? To me, this is because the government mismanaged the use of the funds and is diverting money away from the frontline services. Too much money has been spent on ministers and administrators, been spent too much on varying costs of